Jason Minix, The Blitz.
It is The Blitz here on San Antonio Sports Star, ESPN AM 1250, 94.5 FM. I'm Jason Minix. We are live at the Roo Pub, 281 and Redmond Road, here till 7. Then you've got Monday Night Football tonight. Bills and Patriots in a windy, snowy game in Buffalo. Suns and Spurs later. Come watch the games here at the Roo Pub at 281 and Redmond Road. As we do every Monday about this time, we talk with Jeff Traylor, head football coach of your Conference USA champion UTSA Roadrunners. Coach, I was all ready for all kinds of questions about how you're celebrating. Then I see a picture of you on a plane with the trophy buckled up, hitting the recruiting trail. They didn't give you enough time to celebrate, did they?
I just talked to my director of player personnel. I said, man, you do realize this is the 53-year-old version of Jeff Traylor, not the 33-year-old version. They said, Coach, we got to use you while you're hot. So they're getting all they can out of me right now, Jason.
I don't blame you. Now, Friday was incredible. Have you had an opportunity to sit back and kind of reflect on everything that went down?
I was just so glad our 4-minute offense was perfect for you. We had it won. It was over, and the penalties, the officials would not cooperate, Jason. They would. We worked on it so much just so we could have this moment, and we blew it again on the 4-minute offense of Western Kentucky.
I tell you though, I literally turned to the people that I was next to and said, you know, he's not worried about it right now because he knows Western Kentucky doesn't give a damn about their timeout. So what he's doing is right.
Well, we had it done, won, and we had to punt it back to them. But our defense, it was perfect, though. You know, our offense had done so incredible the entire game. Had a little bit of a lull there when the momentum shifted. But it was just perfect that our defense got to go out there. And, of course, Lucas had a really good punt to put them out of bounds. And then our defense got them off the field. So the triangle showed up, and what a special night it was.
It was a lot of fun. And again, you guys had such a big lead. CBS buzzed you down and said, hey, we need the ratings. So, you know, make this interesting. You obliged, and ultimately you got the win. I mean, everything was perfect for everybody.
No doubt. We thought we were going to have to score 60, and it looked like we were going to have to get that done. But our defense just, you know, we turned them over. We got way more pressure on him this game than we did in the first game. The most sacks they'd given up all year were 3, and we got to him 3 times and got him on the ground, but we had him in our grasp 3 other times. He's really good. I mean, he's a very, very good – he's as good a quarterback there is in the country. He's just not better than my quarterback.
He's not, because your quarterback is 2-0 against him. And I don't know many coaches that could allow almost 600-yard passing and then talk about a win afterwards. And you've been able to do it a couple of times. And I credit your guys. I have seen Frank Harris play a lot of football throughout his life, from his days at Clemens High School to his time with UTSA. And there was something about him on Friday night. I've seen him have some incredible moments. But his poise, he looked so comfortable and in control the entire game. What was different about Frank Harris on Friday night?
Well, he's always laser focused. But our greatest strengths are our greatest weaknesses. And he's as competitive as any kid there is in the world. And he's learned how to channel that to a positive way now. And it's just as focused as I've ever seen him. He didn't want to hear any of my goofy jokes. He didn't want any kind of – he just locked in. And our whole team was a reflection of him.
Well, and again, I mean, he made some great throws, but he also got some help by some incredible catches by your receivers, including Franklin. He made 2 catches. One, I think, actually was a pass from Brady. But you talk about giving up your body, knowing you're going to get hit or land weird, but go up and make the catch. He was incredible.
I agree. I think that's the most courageous catch the Cowboys ever made. That's a pretty big statement with all the great catches he's made since we've been here. But for him to go up, his head and body just bounced off that turf, and there was no way the ball was going to come out of there. And it was an incredible catch, nice throw by Brendan, and our kids were just they just stepped up, and special night, as I've already said.
and Sincere with over 200 yards rushing. He was incredible. Offensive line clearly made a lot of holes. And I think for a win against Western Kentucky, was that kind of the game plan going in? We've got to win on the ground because that keeps Zappe on the sideline.
Well, they had played us differently. Since we had thrown the ball over the top of them, almost 6 touchdowns, after that game, they literally became more of a coverage team. So we knew coming into the game it was going to take us longer to score, but that was going to work to our favor. So it was basically a totally different game plan than the first one. But they kind of made us do it by the way they played us. And our offensive line, they've been beat up all year, and it happened again in the game. We had to play 8 to 9 linemen just to make it through the game. This week off here, we're going to lift and run and get in there and study for our final exams. I'm hoping we might can have a fresh version of our team. I saw a stat, Jason, that said Western Kentucky played the same 5 linemen every snap the entire year. We had ours for 7 and never got them back pretty much healthy the rest of the year. But we got to get those guys healthy and in shape in this next week.
Well, and you do that. Now, I mean, conference champions, you've got the trophy. I know you're off recruiting and taking that with you because, boy, trophies help in the recruiting trail. I even saw it got its own seat on the plane, which is awesome. Coach, you get the Tropical Smoothie Bowl, and I know it's exciting to go to any bowl, but the initial reaction that I saw on Twitter from fans was a little disappointment because, all the bowl projections had either the Independence Bowl or the New Orleans Bowl, and you guys were slated for the Smoothie Bowl last year. I know you're not disappointed about going bowling, but were you at all surprised that that's where you ended up in Frisco?
I just think you know me well enough. I'm not going to worry about it. There's nothing I can do about it. So why would I spend 1 second worrying about it? I'm very happy that it's in the Metroplex. I'm very happy that our fans can get there. The opponent ended up being the college football top 25. We actually did not. We finished up in the AP 25 and the coaches poll 25. So we got a little bulletin board material. There's just no reason for me to worry about it. And I know that my kids had the opportunity to win the West, which was the first time. And I said, why not us? We had an opportunity to win Conference USA for the first time. And I said, why not us? And now we have an opportunity to win the first bowl game in the history of our school. Why not us?
Why not us? Get that on a T-shirt. And you're right. And go get that first ever bowl win for UTSA. And what's cool for these kids is they get to experience bowl week, where last year they didn't. In fact, last year you didn't even get to coach in the game. And like I told some people, you can go glass half full or glass half empty on this. UTSA is going bowling. Enjoy the ride and go to the game. It's Tuesday, 6:30 on national TV. The only game on that night. That's great for your exposure.
No doubt. We've got some exciting cans. We got a very hot brand right now. We've got a great city. We've got a great university to sell. So all the eyes will be on us. And, we're an exciting football team. We're fun to watch. We've got a lot of good players. We play the game the right way, and we play with such a ferocity out there, the way we run around and hit people. It's just a fun team to watch. So we're thrilled about it. And it's nice for me. It's easy for me because I know all you guys are going to stir the pot. And as Coach Saban said this week, this is some of that rat poison that's really good for my kids to eat. It's yummy poison because all it's going to do is make them madder.
Well, it is. And my thoughts on Conference USA and what they did, I'm not going to ask you about that because I won't put you in a position where you can't answer a question. But I'll say it coming up, and I said it earlier, and I was surprised. But what I did feel better about, and if you could explain this, the bowl payout actually goes to the conference, and then the conference splits it up amongst the schools, because I know that was my first thought is I thought you guys should be at a bowl game with a bigger payout for a conference champion, but actually that apparently doesn't matter.
No, we all split it equally, so it does not matter whatsoever.
All right, fair enough. And you get to recruit in the Dallas area, and that's good for you guys.
Yeah, I remember what I said. I'm thrilled. We've got so many connections in the state. I'm from East Texas. That's 2 hours. We've got a lot of kids on our roster from Dallas, so that's a plus. And we have a lot of kids from Houston, a lot of kids from Austin, and obviously we have a lot of kids from San Antonio. So we've got a lot of connections in the area, and we've got a bitter taste to get out of our mouth. The last time we went to the Metroplex area, we didn't show up. So it's time for us to go get that right.
Absolutely. And hopefully the weather will be a lot better, or you'll be better prepared for the weather. One of the two, right?
It couldn't be worse, right? You should never say that, but that was a pretty lame performance. And I'm the head coach. That's my responsibility. That's on me.
You know, I don't know if you would agree with this, but hindsight being 2020, that loss to UNT might have got you a win against Western Kentucky.
I couldn't agree more. You know, I'd like to come in here and say we didn't work on North Texas. All we did was work on Western Kentucky just to make me sound smart. But that's absolutely no truth whatsoever. We just laid an egg that day, and that's on me. But I do think it regained our attention, and I'm not sure we would have given the effort that we gave Friday, and our kids gave one of the most spectacular efforts I've ever seen them give.
Coach, what we saw on the field, and I know you were busy getting ready for the game, but I'll give you a firsthand report. That was the best tailgating of the year. And there's been some really good tailgates. They've matched your performance on the football field inside that Alamo Dome. The tailgating on a Friday in the Alamo Dome parking lots was incredible.
Yeah, the whole night was just so special. I didn't think there's any way they could get louder than the UAB game, but they took it to a whole nother level. And kind of when the momentum had changed, somebody's a genius, and they started doing that concert turn your cell phone on light thing, which I think flipped the momentum. I don't know if it blinded me, and I didn't know it was 4th down and 4 when I went for it, but it sure gave me the confidence to let Zakari Franklin and my man Frank win the game for us. And it was just a cool night. The whole night was so fun, and I'm so excited for our city. You know, the way that we turned out, you know, the way that our city, the whole town was orange, just so much support right now. I swore I was going to enjoy the ride up, and I'm going to hold true to my promise, and at some point I'm going to look back at this and enjoy every second of it.
Well, Coach, looking down on the field, because I did not rush the field. I'm too old for that. But it looked like you were having a lot of fun. And the people that were trying to get pictures with you, slap you on the back, first off, why do head coaches have cops around them the whole time?
Oh, just to make sure there's not crazy people that question you about your 4-minute offense after a win, those kind of deals, Jason, you know.
I understand that, because the cop near you at one point, I thought he was getting a little concerned because you were talking to everybody. It's like it didn't matter. I'm just going to do my thing.
I told Ed, I'm like, Ed, come on, man. There's no way they're going to be mean to me tonight. Some other night you're going to be right, Ed, but not tonight. Tonight we got a bunch of friends, Ed. Let's be nice. It was great.
It was an incredible scene. Coach, enjoy it. I know you've got to hit the recruiting trail. I'm glad that the trophy's got its own seat there on the plane for your recruiting, and you got a bowl game. But there will be time soon enough for you to sit back and really reflect, and that'll be after you get that first bowl win in program history.
I hope so. We're heading into a home right now. We've got Houston all day tomorrow and Wednesday, and Austin and Dallas and San Antonio, then back. And then we'll have official visits. We got tons of kids coming in this weekend. We'll start bowl practice on Monday and try to go get that first bowl victory in the history of our school.
Absolutely. Go get it done. Good luck on that recruiting visit that you're about to walk into, Coach. I always appreciate the time. Congratulations, not only on the success of your team, Coach of the Year honors that are coming in for you. I imagine there's going to be another one. And I know you're going to give credit to all your players, but all of us that have been around this program since it started, it's incredible what you have done in such a short amount of time. Congratulations.
I've got the best players there are around, and that's a fact by the way they play the game. And it's a player's game. And I appreciate your kind words, though, Jason. Always been very supportive, and I love speaking to you every Monday night. God bless and birds up.
Birds up for sure. Jeff Traylor, the Conference USA champion, head coach of the UTSA Roadrunners, added to the award, trophy case, whatever you want to call it today, as Jeff Traylor was named the regional coach of the year for the AFCA. They do regional coach of the year. So think about the company that Jeff Traylor's in. It's Jeff Traylor, Luke Fickell at Cincinnati, Sam Pittman at Arkansas, Mel Tucker at Michigan State, and Blake Anderson from Utah State were all the regional coaches of the year, and that puts them as finalists for the Coach of the Year, the National Coach of the Year. That's some great company for Jeff Traylor.